What's up, motherfuckers? It's Moist Elax bringing you another video. Today's video, guys, I'm just talking to you about a little bit of progress and stuff that's going on with my account and stuff like that. Also, the GE is finally here. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, and also give you guys some news and stuff on me leaving Slay Squad and stuff like that. If you haven't already read the forums, I decided to leave the clan and stuff like that. I'm gonna let you guys know everything about why I did it, and hopefully it'll clear up some stuff that's in the air. But starting off with just a little progression on my account, man. I'm at 17, 18 total right now. I just got 83 Slayer not too long ago, so we moving up. My next goal, damn, I should have brought some Alex. My next goal, of course, is to get 85, and then of course after that, I think it's 87 for cave cracking and stuff like that. So we just, we're just trying to do as much Slayer as we can. Because I'm usually not doing Slayer, but since I've been bossing and stuff a lot, I've been getting a lot of greater demon tasks and avianches and stuff like that. So it's been a big help in mixing it all up together, but it's also allowed me to kind of still be I want to say maybe motivated to do Slayer, because technically, even though I'm on a Slayer task, I'm still PVMing, so I still consider that two separate things. So necessarily I don't get bored of doing Slayer, because for PVM it helps me out a lot, like DKs and shit. I'm able to go there and wreck and just kill them a lot better solo than say if you did it without being on task. So I guess it's a good combination together to have. So I definitely would advise anyone who's looking to PVM and make money to mix this with Slayer as well, so you can get a couple tasks, and instead of you deciding whether or not you want to buy a Varix helm or something like that, you just put on your Slay helm and you go there and wreck. So that's basically what's going on. And also I know some of y'all are thinking like, yo, all that money you got from the drop montage you show, what you got, what's your plans and stuff for it? Well, a big part of my plans for that is to hit up skills that I consider, I would guess, buyables, but in a different way this time than I did at pre-eoc. Pre-eoc, I just spent my money on the highest amount of EXP I can get so I can get it fast, but I'm a lot mature and older and stuff now, so that isn't going to be how I'm going to spend my money, because of course when you're young you just want to spend money on what you want, what tastes good, what feels good to you. You know what I'm saying? You just want that feeling. Like if I came into the lottery or something and I won a couple $1,000, I wouldn't necessarily go, if I needed to buy another truck or something, I wouldn't be looking to put a down payment on one and get this brand new 2015 truck. I would look to go to an auction and possibly get a used one, even if it's only a 2000 model. And that's just how mentally I think now versus then when I was a lot younger. But because to me, if it runs and is in good shape and stuff, yeah, it may have a little bit of body damage, but if it gets the job done, and it can last just as long as a brand new car, because you still got to change the oil on it every like 10k miles, and if you don't do that, the car can get fucked up. So with anything, you can, as long as you take care of it, it can last just as long as anything else. So that's one of the big reasons why I'm happy I matured into that type of person. But it's also why a lot of the decisions I've been making, like with one of them leaving Slay Squad, was one of the reasons in that, and I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. But the GE is here, man, so I hope y'all took advantage of it when it first came here, because people were selling stuff at ridiculous prices. Like, I hate that people fall for that, but a lot of people don't have that type of common sense thinking to where just because something visually is in front of you doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like when the prices of Godwars was like 1.25 mil, all these idiots I was looking at in the GE was just saying, oh my god, Godwars went down so much, what happened? The GE crashed everything, what the fuck? Like, my nigga, they explained to you that the GE was going to be set at certain prices, and after people traded items and stuff over a certain period of time, they would fix itself, and it's just going to show you the price that was common, what it, like the average of what was being sold, like what the buy offers average was and stuff. So that's what they weren't putting together, and people was like, oh my god, the GE is a bust, yo, I will never use this thing, and just all this stupid bullshit. But after about 20 minutes, when it finally corrected itself, then they couldn't really say anything, and they didn't just say nothing. They was like, oh, somebody's like, oh, it's fixed itself. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll use it then. Like, man, y'all gotta understand, stop jumping to conclusions so fast before you get all the facts. And that is what is going to bring me to why I left Slay Squad. And it has to do a little bit with maturity and stuff like that, but it's also to teach a lesson and also to do something that a lot of people have to sometimes experience in order to learn. And you know, I didn't want any hard tensions and stuff to spring up because of it, and I'm not doing it for revenge or anything like that. You know, I want people to just understand it's a friendly leave, so that I can get on and do something that I feel like I would be able to do better elsewhere. And what I mean by that is I want to create an environment, you know, a nice ambience of people in a community in which they all have trust and stuff like that, and they're all mature, and they have this I would guess knowledge of what each other's you know, goals and stuff are, you know. So, and you know, like if people are trying to become PVMers, I want people to acknowledge that and say like, yo, I'll help you out, I'll teach you and stuff like that, you know, rather than someone saying like, you know, you probably will never go on a boss trip with me, and you know, and because of their stats, and you know how some of these clans around here have, you know, requirements of gear and shit like that. Like, I don't care what gear you have, if you can afford it, then that's what I would advise you to wear certain gear. But there's always alternatives. You don't necessarily have to have the best gear in game to do the most damage, because honestly there is no such thing as, you know, usually the best gear. It's recommended gear. And you know, what people don't understand is your stats can make up for the lack of gear. And you know, sometimes like at Armadale, your gear should be Armadale, as if you can, maybe a Spectral or Odium Ward or something like that, because some people feel like if you can get the kill faster that you will take less damage, therefore you can stay longer. Other people feel like if you take less damage, you can give yourself more time to do more damage and stay longer. It's just a matter of what your character is capable of doing, and you go off that. You know, for me, my guy tends to do better when I have higher attack for range, if I have a maximal and also Slayer task. But I've tested going there with a Spectral, I've tested there going with an Odium, and to me there's really a slight difference with the Spectral. So I would say that that's better, because the meleeer doesn't hit me as much, and I know he's the one that's constantly doing all the damage. And because I do black chins, I have both him and Kriara fucking attacking me, so I have to make sure I have some protection there. And even a Dragon Fire Shield might do well in that case, but it's just something that I've practiced and trained myself. And you know, as an experience, I can't tell you if even that's the best, because for you it may be different. You know, I'm 99 range and I'm not 99 defense, so it could be different. I don't know. You know, a level can make a difference. You know, you never know. It could just be luck, because of the 100 kills that I did, they could have been, you know, decent for me. It could have been good. I've had times where I've only got 3 or 4 kills with chins because I kept getting melee with 25s. It happens. And then I've had instances where I would get 14 kills. So it's just a matter of luck and stuff like that. You have to try it over a period of time to give it an actual answer. You know, like some people go there and try something once and like, nope, this ain't working, and they say fuck it. No, you got to do more tests about it. You got to give it more time. So leading back into why I left Slay Squad, and it's because I felt there were things that were gonna happen if I stepped up and did what I was supposed to do, because I was made clan mod. I was made clan mod to help the PVM side of the clan, and I felt honored to do it. I felt really honored to do it. Goddamn, had a little bit of lag there, but like I was saying, I felt honored to do it, and I was really happy when you know, when I was asked for it, because I was saying to myself like, man, you know, maybe I could really turn this clan around and get this clan up to where I believe it could be. And you know, that was one of the reasons why I was trying my best to go bossing as much as possible. I was already bossing a lot and stuff, so it wasn't nothing new, but I was trying to get everybody to boss as much as possible. Like, I literally was asking people who had never, if you never bossed before, now is your chance. You know, that you can go with us. I don't care what gear you have. Bring what you can afford. If you need help on gear, PM me, or I will tell you in the chat, you know, like, yo, you know, this is what you need to take and stuff like that. So that's just the person I am, man. I don't care what your levels are. If you're able to go to the boss, you should attempt it. I mean, now if you only 70 strength and then you got like 50 fucking attack, 50 defense, I probably wouldn't recommend you go there. But if you're able to wield like a whip and stuff like that, like I've seen people get kills at bandos with D skimmies. Like I shit you not, with like 90 fucking combat and shit. I shit you not. I've seen these people get kills over somebody who's like 115 and shit. So it's a matter of luck, and it's also a matter of just basically having a basic knowledge of the boss. That's all that really matters. And you know, as long as you pray the right praise, you bring the right food, and you have at least decent gear, you should be able to last as long. Especially like you're not going to be tanking if you're fucking 70 defense and you have somebody there with 99, unless they have the task. But even still, like they should probably get the kill if they're the tank and stuff like that. I mean, it's just how it is. But part of that was why I was trying to PVM a lot, and you know, a lot of people that was asking me to join the clan and stuff, I mysteriously did not tell them to join yet, because there was some things going on within the clan. I wanted for myself to see how it would go and how it was handled. And I know there's always people who gonna bring confrontation. There's just people who just put themselves, like, you could be black and there's instantly confrontation that you have to deal with in life. And it's just with anybody. You could be white with ginger hair, you could be white with freckles, like anything. You could be, you know, kind of fat, you could be kind of tall, you could be too short. I mean, like anything that you have that people consider something to talk about, or you know, they will mess with you about, you instantly bring confrontation with you. And sometimes certain people will not want you around just because you have that. And you know, I had some friends sometimes that didn't want me to come with them in certain places because I was black, and it was predominantly white people there, and they knew people there wouldn't be like, yo, there's a nigger here, you know, because they knew, you know, how those people were. But they weren't going to not go because they were cool with them and stuff like that. So you know, when you have people like that, it's kind of like they have to understand, you know, if you really are my friend and stuff like that, you know, you have to stick up for it, and you know, be ready to accept any consequences of you being my friend. And that's what a real friend is. You know, if your friend is bringing, you know, certain type of trouble, like if, you know, I've had friends in gangs and stuff, and they could have easily got me involved with it, but because they were that good of a friend, they knew like, yo, this is my nigga, I can't get him involved in my bullshit, so I'm never ever going to take any of the bullshit that I'm doing to him. And I'm going to talk to him about it and see if he got any advice for me, because some of them couldn't get out of that shit. I mean, I'll save those stories for another time, but, you know, sometimes, man, your environment makes you do, you know, harsh things sometimes, or your environment influences the way you are, you know. And sometimes when you're in a poor area, that's usually what you will see, is people are, you know, loitering and stealing from their local places and shit like that. That's just what happens, because, sometimes criminals stay criminals, because once you're a criminal, people always see you as a criminal. It's like, regardless of what you do, even if it wasn't, if it was a false accusation, or if you made a mistake when you were 17 and you 35, they still look at you like, yo, you know, you did armed robbery. Like, yeah, I can't trust you ever because you did something when you were 17. People change. And I've seen a lot of people change as we grow up, because like, I always pleaded to people like, do you still play with Legos? No. Then why would it be fair for me to call you a Lego player, or somebody, or a baby bitch because you play? Hey, look, I play with Legos. I'm not calling anybody a baby bitch who play with Legos, but I'm just saying, like, Legos are cool as fuck. I actually wanted to start collecting them. Like, I play Lincoln Logs still. I play all that shit. Like, my niggas, I got action figures. I call them wrestling men, but I still got my wrestling men. I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, look, it don't matter how old you is, that shit don't never get old. Now, if you in your bathtub and you got a rubber ducky and you squeaking that shit around, and you still got the little basketball rims and shit that you used to get when you was 5, I don't know if that's on the same caliber as what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, like, you have things that people will consider confrontational, just because it's a, you know, it's a personality, it's something that you do, so they'll try to not get you to go to certain places to avoid it. Now, when these situations happen, how do they handle it is what I look at. You know, how do you handle confrontation with other people, altercations and stuff that aren't good? How do you handle all that? And as someone at my age, 22, I like to be around people who know how to handle situations. That's what I look at. And I'm not talking about Devin or anything, who's the leader of Slay Squad. And if y'all still in Slay Squad, shout out to y'all, man, because this is not about making a better clan and being on top, you know. And that's what I think you're looking at this like. And I'm talking directly to you. This isn't about trying to do something better and steal from you, as you keep PMing me with, and saying that you know, things were taken from you and stuff like that, work that you've done. I think you have to open up your mind, and this is why I had to leave, because of the way you were being paranoid about this shit. People left because of the way they felt about you. That's part of why I left. That's not the full entire thing. You know, the PVM inactivity, I was there, I was trying to help that. That's not why I left. I left because I was trying to bring in people to the clan. If I bring in people to this clan, a lot of people that I got to join was 20 and up, or 18 years and older. These people are adults now. You know, they're not 12-year-olds, they're not 15-year-olds, anything like that. There's nothing wrong with having those in the clan, because they can be mature, and even if they're not, they can learn to be mature. I mean, if you're around that type of environment, you'll kind of feel left out, and sometimes people, you know, will mature up and, you know, fix what the hell they are. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that I knew back in pre-EOC grow up into, you know, these people having jobs, responsibility, kids, and it changed their whole mind completely. You know, I used to have guys that always got on this game looking for girls, you know, was trying to get girlfriends and shit in this game and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden, when they get on this game, they're looking for PVM people to go with it. And when I ask them, like, yo, you know, what's going on with you in real life? What's up? You know, what you doing? Oh man, I got a wife, I got a kid, you know, I ain't got time to be fucking with little kids and stuff on this game. When back before, they used to be arguing, always talking shit about somebody's total, but now they've become like the nicest person, you know, on the planet and stuff like that, you know, in the game. Like, hey man, you know, you working on your woodcutting? Yeah, it's only 50. Oh man, that's cool, you'll be up to 75 or something in no time. But before, man, you shit as hell at this game. You've been working on woodcutting for 2 months and you only 50, you trash. Like, that's how they were. And then when they got responsibility, all that changed. Like, they completely changed, and it's amazing to see that. I like seeing young people grow up into adulthood. It's an amazing process, and when I went through it, it was something that my you know, my mom was real proud of and stuff like that, because she never expected me to get out. She thought I was a big kid. I mean, I am a big kid, but she never thought I would, you know, have this way of thinking that I do. And this is what I like to challenge people to think this way, you know. And I know I'm getting off topic a little bit, I'm gonna get back, but with Devin, what it is when you have certain situations, you can't take sides. You are the leader of the clan, you're appointed the leader. I don't know really who's the leader and stuff, like who actually started the clan, but as of now, you are seen as the leader. You have to lead, you can't follow. And that's one of the problems. Unless there's a good leader, that even though they're not appointed leader, but unless there's somebody that's that good to lead, it's okay to be a follower behind a good leader. However, I don't follow anybody. I follow myself, me, myself, and I. However, I will let somebody lead if they want to, which is why I decided to leave the clan and join this clan. Is because I don't mind Goku leading the clan, you know, Justin, let's put it that way. I don't mind him leading the clan, but I know if he's not around, he's going to look for somebody else to make sure I watch over things, and I take it's not a, I would say, how would you say, a board, like a board type of leadership thing, but it's a mutual you know, I would say partnership, in which, like, yeah, you know what my vision, I know your vision, so if you're not around, I'm gonna make sure that your vision is taken care of, and if I'm not around, you will make sure my vision is taken care of. That's kind of how this is. But for you, if you're making decisions and stuff like that, I would think, like, if it involves other ranks, you would talk it over first before you take action. And that's just how I have handled things previously anyway, and it's gone for the best, because I have to get opinions from other people. Because if you're taking opinions from other people to make that decision, it's only right that you take opinions from your ranks and stuff like that. And plus, you have to trust your ranks. If you appointed this person rank, you have to understand that somebody that comes in the clan 4 days should not have their word slightly taken as much as someone who you've had in the clan for months, and they are your rank in the clan and they're doing stuff for your clan. Now, that doesn't mean that you take your mod side, but if nobody has proof of what happened, you can't take sides. You have to be neutral and settle it like everybody expects you to settle it as a leader, and that's to basically drop it and say, if anything happened, and because you left the clan and stuff like that, I'm sorry that you left. But if you didn't come to me and talk to me about this situation and stuff first before you decided to leave, you are not being mature about it, and you're also making a an unnecessary decision, because it's one person in the clan. If that person isn't allowed, like if he scammed you, I can see why you would leave the clan. You don't want to be around scammers. But if he talked about your personality, or if he said not to do this or to do something like this, then what makes you leave the clan because you're doing that? Like, that makes no sense and stuff. And like, people leave for the dumbest reasons. I don't want to be in a clan because somebody got red hair. Like, you know, they leave for the dumbest shit. And it's like, you can't stop people from leaving stuff. Sometimes they just find, like, your girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever you have. How many times have you been with girls? Now, I'm not talking about the ones that only have one or two. I'm talking about guys that's been with multiple guys, or girls that's been with multiple people. How many times have you seen your significant other try to find reasons to break up with you? You know, like, try to find something in your, you know, just like, I don't like the way you smack, or I don't like the way you talk, I don't like the way you sleep, I don't like the way you do this, and just try to find something as a reason to break up with you. Or like, if you ask a girl for her number and the first thing she says is, I have a boyfriend, like, usually that means they don't have a boyfriend, because later on, if you keep talking to them, eventually they give you the number, and then later on you're talking and you find out, nope, she didn't have a boyfriend, she lied. While there are certain girls who do have boyfriends and they don't care about giving their number out to other guys and chit-chatting and hanging out with them. I do know that, but I'm just saying, there's things that happen between these altercations and stuff that go on, and as a leader, you have to understand when and where to take sides. And at this point, a lot of times you don't take sides when there's not evidence. It's like the law in our world. You're innocent until proven guilty. You don't put guilt on somebody and say that, yeah, you did it because this person was adamant. Holy shit, no way. No way, dude. No way. He got my name. He got my name. I mean, I've seen there's more people with moist in it, but it's just so weird to see somebody named Too Moist. Like, my nigga. I just met my nigga. Like, legitly, I just met my nigga. Oh shit. That's fucking excellent, bro. Oh man. All right, guys. I'm so sorry about that, but I had a nigga moment, like, not the bad one, the good one. I just met my friend. I'm just kidding though, but hey, he probably could be a cool person. Yeah, good luck to you then, nigga. You can't be asked to copy a few words and shit, man. Like, my nigga, you can't. But anyway, guys, what I'm just saying, man, I just hope that Devin can learn from this, or any of you young leaders and stuff out there, is that y'all can learn to not take sides. And I understand that you have close friends and that y'all will always take your friends and stuff word, but you have to understand sometimes when it comes down to things like that, people misunderstand text so much. Like, literally, I tried to talk about the situation and bring it to the team speak and stuff like that, but sometimes there are people who don't want to have confrontation. They just want to lay down their hat and say, this is what's going to happen, and that's what we're going by. So I definitely will hope that you guys understand that this leaving was because I wanted to create an environment that will show people this can become something great if you do it a certain way. And it's not saying it's the right or wrong way, because sometimes you have to be affirmative in certain situations. You have to tell people, hey, shut the fuck up, you're doing this wrong, you're fucking around, and if you do it again, I'm gonna kick you out the clan. You have to. I'm not saying you have to always, well, I need proof. If you were not there and if you did not see anything and somebody is accusing somebody else of something, you need proof. If you post something on the RS blacklist about it, they're not gonna say, yeah, he did it, just because you sound adamant or so truthful about the fact that somebody scammed you. They want screenshots, they want a video, they want anything that you can show to prove that this person did something wrong. And when you go look at those screenshots, usually it's the person asking them, like, hey, where's my split? And they're saying, well, sorry, I'm not splitting, I'm getting off, and sorry, but I'm taking this, I'm not splitting with anybody. And there's your proof right there. The person legitly said that they're not going to split. And then later on, you have people that saying, "Oh, well, my account was hacked," or they always say this other bullshit like, "Oh, if you give them money and then the next day you don't see them, and oh, I can't give you your money because you know, my account was hacked and stuff." But sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's only about people who have a staking problem and stuff like that, because I've been through it. You know, I had a staking problem. I used to always say that I got hacked when I got clean, because I didn't want people to think that I wanted people to trust me, even though it don't make no sense. If your account is that vulnerable to get hacked, then they're not going to give you money anyway. But I've constantly had people go through the motions of you know, staking and losing all their money, and then they try to play this hack thing on people. But instead of just admitting that they staked it, you know, and that they lost money staking, because people figure that because you got hacked, they feel, I guess, more sympathy for you. But to be honest, it's not the same. It's almost the same thing for me. I feel bad for people getting hacked, but I look at it like, if I give you money, what if you get hacked again? Like, how did you get hacked? You know, and sometimes people just know your password, man. I mean, people could be watching you. You never know. The government watching you, so you know they could have got their shit. RuneScape had an issue where their data was breached and people was getting hacked because of them. So you never know. So you know, with the whole clan thing, like I said, I'm gonna end the video here right shortly. I think I'm almost done with my Slayer task anyway. So I guess hopefully I can get some more avianches or something. But when you think about all this, as a leader and somebody that's growing up and stuff like that, you have to understand that sometimes it's best to have multiple people lead, and in order to have multiple visions, and sometimes one person can do it by themselves. However, there's always going to be room for improvement. And part of this is for me to leave to teach a lesson and say that once you lose something that you have valuable, how do you hold on to it? And it's just like with your girlfriend. Not all the time do you have women or guys who would give you a second chance. You know, sometimes you get one chance to fuck up, and once you do it, it's over. And sometimes when you're in that mode of how you are personally, you sometimes are blinded by what people are trying to tell you and what people are trying to get you to do, or give you signals like, yo, you fucking up, without trying to, you know, be direct and tell you. Because if they feel like you can misunderstand what they're saying, then they would try different ways to basically help you out. And I tried to settle the situation by talking and getting it all into team speak and stuff like that. I couldn't do that though. It never happened, and I'm sure I know why it didn't happen, but that's one of the decisions I decided to make. I'm not a confrontational person either, but sometimes if your daughter or if your son or if your sister or anybody is having a confrontation, you're not just going to ignore it. You're automatically going to involve yourself in it, because if you think it's going to go further than just an argument, you're going to be there to hopefully protect them. And that's just how you are as a human being. And if you're not that type of human, it's okay, you know, but you're going to go get help. Or if you feel like it's going to get bad, you're at least going to make sure that you're there for support and stuff like that. And that's what as a leader is supposed to do, is be able to support people and know when to step in and when to step out, and just let it, you know, dilate on its own. And if you do something to somebody else, you have to do it all around. You know, you can't just punish somebody because they said you fucking bitch, and then somebody else does it that's your friend or something, says the same thing, and then you don't punish them for it, you know. And that favoritism stuff don't ride with me neither. I don't show favoritism to anybody. You know, if I say something is offensive to me, you know, like, I don't get offended by nigga. You know, if I got people who are my friends and stuff like that who say nigga, then yeah, you know, you can say it all you want. I don't care. Even if I walk past and don't know you and you said, you know, what's up, nigga, I'm like, hey, what up, Cuddy, or what up, nigga. I try to say Cuddy instead of nigga instead. I try to fix saying it, because I know people, you know, who are obnoxious and stuff about it. Like, you know, you say a nigga but you get mad at us. Like, I don't get mad. I get mad when you say the ER version of it, because to me that's the RuneScape, that's the disrespectful version of it. But you know, kind of like when you say hey, what's up, bitch, like, you know, even though bitch is supposed to be a, you know, disrespectful word, you got girlfriends and stuff that always call each other bitches. Like, you know, friends and stuff always call each other bitches or hoes or slut, you know, and stuff like that. But you would think it should be offensive, but when you call somebody else a slut in an angry tone, like, you fucking slut, you know, it's different. It's completely different in your tone. And that's how I look at nigga as well. Like, you know, if you like, what up, nigga, you know, like, you looking at me with this funny look like you trying to run up and do something on me, yeah, I'm gonna probably be a little offended, but I ain't finna whoop your ass for it. You know, it's words. And to me, you know, unless now if you throwing stones and calling me nigga, then yeah, I probably got a problem with you and we about to fight. But that's just how I am. And sometimes you have to settle things by duking it out. Sometimes you have to talk it out. Sometimes you have to argue about it, debate about it. There's a difference between arguing and debating. And you know, when you're in debate when you're in debating class and stuff like that, they teach you the different forms of that and stuff like that. But you know, it's all about how you look at things. And I apologize for this long explanation, but if you have the balls to stand with a motherfucker and listen to all this, then you're welcome. But what I want y'all to know is just that decision is solely made because I felt I could have my people that I have subscribed and stuff to me who actually join a clan that want to have this trust in that type of environment. I couldn't tell them to join Slay Squad because that's not the environment that it was in. And even with me being there, I'm not going to sit up there and say, yo, let me lead the clan or let me be a part of the clan and you know, try to help this clan be this and be that, because I want people to learn. And by leaving, I hope that Devin learns and say, when I get people that's like Moist, or if I get people that's better than Moist, which I hope you get people that's better than Moist and stuff, and sense of PVM and stuff like that, maybe even a better personality, you know, maybe he don't say nigga as much and stuff like that. But hopefully when that type of person comes and wants to help the clan, I have changed and helped the clan get this person to stay and also understand that they can help us evolve into what I want this clan to be. It's not too late. And you know, Devin, to a point, I thought he was going a little crazy because he was PMing me about certain things. He was PMing other people who had left about certain things, and it was like he had given up. And I don't want you to give up anything, man. Yeah, you lost a lot of people, but it's not about who you lost. It's what you still have. You know, yeah, you lost people, but change so that way you don't keep losing people like that, man. You know, I felt bad about doing it. I didn't want to do it, but you have to understand, I got goals and stuff as a streamer. You know, I'm 22 years old. I can't wait for other people to turn into something so that I can, you know, now bring in other people, because then I'll lose them. They'll go somewhere else. If they'll Moist, you got a clan, yeah, but not, you know, not right now. It's not really settled. They're gonna go and join another clan, and then I can't ask them like, yo, you still want to join the clan? No, nigga, I'm in another clan. So when opportunity arises and I have all these people lined up who want to be in a clan and stuff like that, you know, I want to make sure that they can instantly come as ready. You know, it's like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and you order food, certain places are supposed to have the food instantly. You know, fast food places, they're supposed to make it kind of fast. Then you got places that, like restaurants, I would say like grills and bars and stuff like that, you expect them to cook it as you order, not to already have it pre-made. And when you don't get that, like McDonald's, if it took them 20 minutes to make a damn cheeseburger, you like, yo, what the fuck? Unless it was like a line of 20 people. But if it's only you in that damn store and it took them 20 minutes, you like, yo, what the fuck happened? You deserve an explanation and stuff for it. But if you're in a restaurant, it's expected for you to wait 10-20 minutes and stuff like that. That's just how it is. So when you have those expectations and shit like that, and then you come there and something is different, it's a big red flag. And you know, that's what I was just trying to say is, you know, when I have those vibes go away that I had about certain things, I leave. I get out of there, and I make sure that I'm not there for if something bad happens and it's all going to hell. I've had clans that's dismembered because of situations like that, where the leader all of a sudden started taking sides, and then all of a sudden everybody was like, you know what, fuck him, I'm gonna go join a clan where they have a leader that don't take sides and he actually wants proof of certain things. And so a lot of the old school clans, you can go look at a pecan clans are that way. You know, you having people who don't trust each other and stuff like that, this member. And I didn't want to see that happen. I didn't want to be a part of that if it does happen, and I hope it doesn't. That's why I'm trying to leave and make sure before a mass majority of people do. Then by me doing it right now, maybe it'll get people to step up and also help Devin out as well, because that's what it comes down to. He needs help, man. Not it's, you know, the crazy type of help, but he needs people there to help and be there when he's not around, to also have authority and stuff like that. And I don't know how he's changing the clan and stuff like that, but other people need to be able to make decisions for certain things. Other people need to be there when people are arguing and stuff like that, to be able to be there to settle it. And that's what it's going to come down to. Now, when it's a situation between the mods, that's up to Devin to whether or not he wants to grow up about that and make better choices in that sense. That's, like I said, the whole thing with Goku that happened, I left because that was part of why I left as well, because I didn't agree with it. And it's happened before. Now, I didn't get the full story before, but just based off what was said about it, I instantly knew, yo, this should have been done, and no actions and stuff should have been taken for it. But because it was, I was like, well, before I said, well, I wasn't here for it, but I figured maybe nothing like this was happening again. And then all of a sudden, bam, it happens again, and here we are, round 2, and I'm like, okay, third time is probably gonna be me, so let me get out here before it is. That's all it is. So I apologize if anybody felt surprised by it, but that's all I gotta say, man. I'm about to go finish these cow fights and stuff, man. We on this Slayer game. I'm Moist Alex. Y'all been great. See you at the next one.